today's wig down below in the description box just in case you are interested in it, and I will also put a discount code. Now the wig that I'm wearing today, as you guys can see, is a YAKI texture, and this is the way it would look if you was to take it out the box, wash it, and let it air dry overnight. As you can see, it has lots of texture to it, but this one I feel like is a decent texture. We're gonna just customize this wig today. I have not put a flat iron to it since I've washed it, and we're gonna see what it looks like by the end of this video because I'm very excited to just work with it a little bit. But yeah, it does not come with baby hairs. It comes with slightly bleached knots, and you get a good deep parting in there. So I'm gonna take out a little bit of hair around this hairline, and I'm doing everything on my head today just so we can kind of see the transformation happen. Now I don't feel like this wig actually needs to be tweaked, to be honest, but if you really want to take it to the next level and you want this wig to be amazing, definitely tweeze it. I'm going to use the Tweezerman tweezers, and these are really good. They're a little bit pricey, but I can tell you from experience, the more pricier tweezers actually tweeze out a lot better. So I'm just going to go in and pull some hairs. I'm not going to pull too much. The wefts actually start right here, so I'm not going to tweeze out too much. How do y'all feel about the kinky textures, the kinky curly textures? I'm so curious to know what your opinion is on them, because and the knots on this wig is very, very small. Because it comes with bleach knots, you're not going to see the knots as much, which I really like. So that's how much I tweezed out. Looks a little bit more natural, compared to this side. Now I just know for a fact that someone in the comment section is gonna say they don't like the YAKI textures because they feel like it's synthetic. This is human hair. You guys know I'm doing my synthetic Sundays on Beauty by Marie, and the hair on those wigs are nothing like this hair. Now I will admit that the processing on a texture like this is a bit more harsh sometimes, so it can cause dryness, especially with the kinky curly ones. But honestly, I have never had a YAKI texture wig that have tangled on me, but I think I've worn my YAKI texture for maybe 2 weeks straight, because I remember when I got married for my wedding, I wore a YAKI texture wig. It was so pretty with ombre to it and everything, and I wore that for like 2 weeks and it didn't give me any problems. I am going to tweeze out the parting just a little bit. The one thing I don't like that they do when it comes to YAKI textures is they only make the lace for ladies that are darker skin, and I'm like, why do y'all do that? Like, do y'all really believe that there are no African American light skin ladies with texture hair? Because I know I have texture hair. And it's gonna be one person that'll be like, we never seen your hair. Well, you never watched all my videos. I'm just saying. Sometimes I get comments from people, even about stuff that I actually mentioned in a video. I'm just saying, you guys, no shade, no shade. Now, the one thing I have heard you guys complain about when it comes to the YAKI textures is sometimes you feel like they can be a bit shiny. So I've heard people say to use dry shampoo. So what I'm going to do, I'm gonna take the Herbal Essence dry shampoo. This is in white grapefruit and mint. You know Herbal Essence be smelling good, girl. And I'm going to just spray one side of the hair so we can kind of evaluate. Woo! Don't talk me, spray. Whew. I'm sorry. So you could probably also do this with a Alright, so I would suggest doing that on your canvas head, not on your head. But why is it so strong? I don't get it. Why is it so strong? But as you can see, it left like a whitish tint. I'm just going to brush it through. It works. But I kind of like the little bit of shine. But if you have a synthetic wig, that probably will work for the shininess of your synthetic wig also. But yeah, this actually did pretty good. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get my hot comb ready, because this type of texture, it can take a good amount of heat. That's one thing I have noticed. Maybe not your real hair, but this hair, like, it can take some heat. Okay, so if you don't want to put heat on your natural hair, but you want to put heat on some hair and you want to wear a wig that look like your natural hair, then get you this type of texture, girl. I'm telling you. I'm gonna go ahead and spray this side too. That's strong. How do they expect people to use this on their hair? Oh my God. It's really strong, you guys. Luckily, if you want to do it, you can take your wig off and do it, but how do y'all do this? For everybody who use dry shampoo, how do you do this on your head? Girl, that's a lot. All right, so I'm gonna get my wax stick, and when you got a texture like this, you definitely wanna use some type of, not grease, don't put no grease on this. Just some, just like a wax stick, a hair wax stick. I'm gonna put that all over the areas I'm going to press. I know you all be scared when I put this hot comb next to my skin, but some of you just don't realize that's how we grew up. We grew up with the hot combs, getting our hair pressed out. So it's not really a bother for anyone who's used to it. And then on top of that, it's almost like using a curling iron. So if I'm using a curling iron to get close to the roots to curl my hair, it's about the same way. But this is what it looks like. This side. And I didn't do anything to this side. So as you can see, the heat does not affect this hair at all. And my parting is going to be crooked. Hold on. I may need to set my parting differently. It looks a little bit sideways. Let's take the flat iron to this hair and see just how much we can knock those kinks out. And don't mind that. If I use a little heat on that, it'll melt away. It's just a little residue from the wax stick. So I'm going to use this flat iron, very inexpensive. I will link it below in the description box, and it works really good. And I have it on about 350. Honestly, I would turn it up to about 400, but I wasn't paying attention. Look at that. So it does curl, definitely. So I'm going to turn this up to about 400. But as you can see, it put a bend in the hair, which is great. Which lets me know that if you wanted to curl this wig, you definitely can. As you can see, we're on 400. This heats up really fast. Let me do this piece over on 400. Okay. A lot of you told me that you look forward to my detailed tutorials. I'm so happy about that because it's hard trying to get everything you want to say into a 6-minute and sometimes even a 10-minute video. You got to cut out so much, but I feel like with my 20-minute videos, oh, I got this still heating up. Oh my God. I feel like with my 20-minute videos, I don't have to rush so much or cut out a whole lot. It's almost like you get to do your hair with me in live, like live session. But yeah. All right, so let's look at it again. Let's do it again with this 400 degrees straight down the hair. Ooh. And I like the bigger flat irons because it grabs more hair at one time. Let me know in the comment section if you think this texture suits me. I'm curious to see what you guys think. I honestly wish that they offered the YAKI textures in more colors besides just this color, just because, you know, there are ladies with textured hair like me and their hair is lighter. So I don't think they like to, only because it is double processing. You have to add color, then you have to add texture, and then that can decrease the quality of the hair over time. So I understand it just because I am into hair. But it would be nice, you know, because and I know y'all gonna say something, but honestly, when Beyonce wears her weaves, she has double processing all the time and her hair looks absolutely fabulous. Absolutely fabulous. It can be done. That shows you that it can definitely be done. I'm going to take some of my Maybelline Fit Me powder. This is in the color 120, and I'm going to go down that parting because, as you guys can see, the knots are brown and that is not my scalp color, so I want it to look like my scalp color. Now, I did use the even lace tint already, but I used the light brown. I could have used the beige. And I know somebody told me, girl, wear your retainer. I'm not worried. You know, it's not even you guys I'm worried about. It's just people that's new to my channel. They don't know anything about my journey. So they kind of just assume. And I don't feel like hearing it. So I was like, I'll just, you know, I mean, it took me a little time to film a video, but it ain't gonna hurt nothing. Just for me to take it out for a second. I just didn't want to, because a lot of times when I take out my retainers, I just don't put it back in. Like, this hairline looks amazing. I think I want to shorten the edges down a little bit to make it look more natural. Let me think about it for a second. I'll be right back, you guys. Okay, so I'm gonna try something with you guys for the first time. So if I mess it up, you guys will get to see me fix it up. If I don't mess it up, then you guys can use this on your YAKI textures. So when I think about a YAKI texture, I really do think about like natural edges. So they have created edges on this wig, which is pretty long, but I think I want to dig deeper and actually just trim these really short to look like edges, like real edges. Okay. Now, before I do that, what I'm going to do is curl these edges, and I'm using this Keeposy. Matter of fact, these are made by the same brand, you guys, the same brand. Okay, if you have not picked these up, what are you waiting on? Go get them. I will link them below in the description box for you guys. They're both very inexpensive. That beep means that it's already heated up, and I just turned it on, which is a great sign. But as you can see, just by the baby hairs and how it curls, you can see that you can put curls on this wig and it curls really good. And I'm pretty sure the curls will last a long time on a texture like this, better than the silky textures. My daughter is so loud. I'm sorry if you guys hear her. Okay, so let me pull this back right quick. We're gonna work with the edges. So I'm going to take my hot comb and kind of press at the roots, lifting it up from my forehead, of course, and press at the roots so it can lay in the direction I need it to lay. All right. So hopefully this works. So I'm going to trim these very short, very, very short. Just like so. Just take my razor and start to trim. Some of y'all be really tripping about baby hairs and edges, but who does not have edges? Like, I mean, no offense to anybody who doesn't, but I'm saying natural hairline, whether you have silky hair or texture hair, we all have edges. We all have shorter hairs at the front of our, you know, head. It makes sense to add them on your wig, unless you just like the look of a straight line going across your forehead. I mean, to each their own. Yeah, I'm gonna curl these again. Or they're short, because I know on a natural hair, your baby hairs, if you have a curl definition or if you have a kinky definition, are not straight. I'm just gonna brush it like so. Back into the hair.
The ball, the wiggle ball.
So do you have to scream like this? Why couldn't you just come tell me? Please give her back the block. I have the edges done. What I'm going to do is go ahead and glue this down. What I'm going to do is go ahead and remove this extra lace. I have an idea on how I want the hairline to fall, so that's why I'm removing the extra lace to kind of see if it plays into what I'm thinking, and if it does, I'll let you guys know in a second. Okay, so my whole idea for gluing it down after I cut the lace is I wanted the baby hairs to kind of fall into that glue a little bit so that it can look like natural edges. I'm going to take my brush and kind of just go like this and brush them. And any of them is too thick, I'm going to kind of tweeze out some so it won't be so thick. And the whole purpose here is not to create baby hairs. It's more so to create natural edges. Don't know what I'm talking about? Just look at yourself in the mirror with your natural hair and you'll get a feel of what I'm trying to do here. This area right here is just a little too thick, so I'm gonna take some hair out. Okay, so I'm going to take my sleigh band, and this is a new one that's coming very soon, you guys. It's coming very soon. And I'm just going to tie it down for about 15 minutes. And this is just going to lay the lace and also make sure the baby hairs fall the way I want them to. Make sure to leave me that comment below and tell me, how are you feeling about this wig? Do you like it? Do you feel like it's something that you will wear? All right, let's remove that sleigh band. I didn't let it sit for 15 minutes completely like I normally do. But this is what it's looking like so far. Now, if you want to, you can go ahead and just push those edges back into the hairline and only leave just a little bit out. And I'm gonna tweeze out any ones that's next to that parting. Yeah, we wanna see the parting. Just go back with a little bit of powder. And since I'm going into my forehead color, which is a bit darker, I'm going with the NC42 right here at the forehead. All right, so I am all done. This is what everything looks like. You guys can drop me some comments. Let me know what you think. I will be sure to put this wig below in the description box with also a discount code if you guys are interested. So be sure to check below. Yeah, and I will see you all back in my next video.